It's the 1st of October, and the project is well underway. I've got a cold, which is a bit of a pain in the neck because I feel pretty awful. Nose blocked and all that kind of rubbish. My throat is sore. And I'm coughing. All of which wouldn't matter except for the fact that the project that I'm doing, which I think you will be seeing this on, means that the people that I'm working with are immunocompromised. So 2 thoughts struck me in relation to me having a cold. One, gratefulness that I have an immune system which hopefully will clear this up in another 4 or 5 days. I think it's viral, my nose is running, my eyes are sore, skin is sore, all that kind of rubbish. So my white cell count is probably rising, and I'm producing antibodies to kill off the bugs, the viruses that are multiplying in my soft tissues, because I feel pretty awful. So I'm very grateful that my immune system works. But the other bit is that I can't actually continue with the interviews that I'm doing because I'm sick. And if I were to cough or sneeze on or in the vicinity of some of the participants in this project, then it's not unlikely that they would also get this cold. And while this is just a cold for me, and I will clear it up, for them, because their immune system is compromised or reduced or kind of battened down a bit, flattened a bit, I can't necessarily clear this infection. And what that means is that their body, the drugs that they're taking, have to stop. The drugs are designed to stop their body from attacking their immune system, attacking their new organ. So just like the virus that's now in my body, they have a new organ which is obviously helping them to feel much better, hopefully. But the flip side of that is that their body recognises, that their immune system recognises that it's something foreign to them, that it's not something that they were born with, or it's genetically is a different kind of material. And because of that, they take medication which stops their body from doing that, from fighting that. And that's called being immunocompromised. So their immune system is compromised, or immunosuppressed really. So their immune system is suppressed. And what that means is that when if they get a cold, potentially that cold can become something far more serious. So potentially they could not be able to fight off the infection and potentially become really very, very ill from something as simple as a cold. So it could kill them. And it just made me think about 2 things. One, that I'm very grateful that my immune system is healthy and that hopefully, touch wood, I will feel better in a couple of days' time, and how much I've taken that for granted, that I just, as soon as I started to feel unwell, I thought that I would get better, within 4 or 5 days. And then the second thing is just for the difference with the participants. I was talking to one of them whose partner was sick, and the partner was saying that when they get sick in their household, whoever's sick is sent into or goes into a room with a DVD player and stays there for the week or 10 days or however long it takes to get better, because the person who's the participant, person who's had the transplant, can't be in contact with them for fear that they would get the infection. And I think that's the banality of stuff that is part and parcel of having had a transplant. It also made me think of Jean-Luc Nancy's piece. He's a French philosopher who had a transplant in the late 80s. He calls it graft. He prefers to think of it as a graft. So he would, his immune system is immunocompromised, and he's lived obviously with a compromised immune system. And he talks about it being a battle between his immune system and accepting this heart. And that's a really interesting metaphor. It's a very interesting way of looking at it. And I suppose for me in this project, part of it is us trying to understand our interrelations, interpersonal relations, and in how we get on with each other. As an artist, I'm always interested in that. As a human, I'm always interested in. And some of what this project is about that. So it's like that the participants have taken a part of somebody else, something other than themselves, an organ, into their own bodies, and are struggling very hard to accept that part, that organ, that material as their own, and to develop a relationship with that, if it's possible even to have a relationship. I don't know if I have a relationship with my heart or have a relationship with my body or my lung. It seems sometimes that language fails with this kind of stuff, and that the gaps in words and meaning loom quite wide when we start to talk about physically being in our bodies, in being embodied, and what that means in our relationships with each other. So there you go. That's first bit. That's enough for today. I am now going home. No, I'm going to bed again, to be sick, which I'm very grateful for. To go.